Welcome to the Shonen Boyz podcast. This is actually the second week in a row we're back in the stew after a while. We're back to our regular scheduled programs.
What are you talking about? Unscheduled?
Which is unscheduled.
What are you talking about? We've always been consistent.
We've always been
Oh, you're right.
It's not like we have an apology video.
It's not like we've missed like a couple of days. You know?
Yeah, a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? But, yeah. I think today, not today, but the day we're recording this, a new episode finally came out, so feel free to enjoy that. And this is hopefully the start of another long streak. No, not hopefully. This is the start of another long streak of videos. Exactly, manifestation.
That's true.
We have a whole bunch of content coming out, as well as this podcast. I'm planning a overall review of a certain Marvel show we like to talk about on this podcast.
I wonder what show, Myron.
I wonder what show. Stay tuned for that one. We also have a bunch of other kind of like anime reviews that I want to do. I know when Jujutsu Kaisen finally finishes, I want to make a whole review on that, and just some other things like that. Cooking videos, Smash Sundays, bunch of things coming up.
Let us know down below what you guys want to see, if you want to be a part of it. We're all open to criticism.
March.
Let's be nice over here.
March is going to be a big month for us. Other things planned like.
What is that?
Wait, what are those, by the way? I just noticed those.
That
was really bad. So sorry.
No idea. March is going to be quite a big. I'm looking at the damn camera. March is going to be quite a big event for us moving forward. That is when our merch is going to be finally released. I know we've been teasing it for a while now. But in March, hopefully, is the time we can finally launch it, and then it can be ready for all of you to, what's the word I'm looking for?
Purchase. Give us your money.
Give us your money.
Cash App, Venmo, Zelle.
I'll even take a friendly IOU.
Look.
No, don't open that door. Don't open that door yet. Don't open that door yet.
I won't take an IOU, and if you offer it, I swear to God, you're going to get...
Bottom line is support the merch.
Support the merch,
bro. And honestly, my boy has to be coming up with some heat, bro. You know he'd be coming up with some heat. And you already saw the heat posted by my boy Myron. Beautifully edited on last episode. He said, bam, 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 bam.
He has been editing a bunch of shit.
He's been going crazy, bro.
Josh, thank you.
Oh my God. Like... Wait!
We'll leave the rest for after.
But now, since Myron has been proven that he is like a great editor, we should just see how far we can take his editing.
Here's more ideas.
Show a list of Josh picks right here, right there.
Yet,
Turn his face into a Josh pick.
We gotta talk about that. Hold on. So if you guys, go watch the last episode because Myron exposed himself.
So during episode 4, I did a bunch of last minute editing where we were talking about like how we looked like when we were younger, and so I thought it would be funny to go back and actually pull up pictures of how we looked like when we were younger. And let me just say, I did Ollie really dirty, and I'm really sorry, but I'm really not because it's really funny.
Filthy.
But look, if you didn't look like that, you wouldn't look like this.
True. No, bite your lip a little.
No. And then it's the head tilt. It's like that.
Alec looks terrible. I'm sorry. But it's okay. I look worse.
I took that picture at the public library, bro.
It was our home, bro. It was our home.
Why?
Shout out.
Why?
Wait,
shout out the public library.
My hair was 11 out of 10 that day, bro.
What?
Hair was on fleek, bro. Hair was on fleek.
It had to be done.
But my thing is that at least Ali had some remnants of Ali in him back then.
Myron.
This is the first time I saw Myron's an old picture of Myron. Oh my god, it's like a different person.
My favorite thing is Myron didn't just give us one gem. He gave us a side profile.
Okay.
With the swag.
He was like
with the swag. Already know the vibes.
Arby's. That he literally just said Arby's, bro. I was like, wow.
Arby's?
He like Arby's.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I feel like it's only fair since they did themselves dirty.
I'm not doing myself
Hansel.
I'm not.
I'm gonna find a picture of you and I'm gonna post it.
Hold on.
Who said I was doing this?
Hold on, ready? Don't.
There it is. All right. and you know what? I already know what picture. I already know the exact picture I'm doing.
You know what, Myron?
Don't judge me.
Ain't pulling no
For a
punches.
picture of my past self, you know that old picture like of SpongeBob when he was a little kid? Just show that as me. You just show that,
bro.
just show that little,
I'm showing the
little
real.
baby
I'm showing the
SpongeBob.
real
You are not
now.
SpongeBob level, bro.
Bam, right here. That's it. Right there.
I would love to see where you find an old picture.
I got the photo.
What did you say?
I got the photo.
What
He's like, he's
photo?
the plug, bro.
You ain't got no.
I got the photo from your house.
You didn't fucking. Oh, you son of a. That is very childish behavior. I'm not high fiving you for that. He stole a photo from my house.
Posed up.
Don't expose ourselves for
School
views on
photo
the
day,
internet,
bro.
Come on.
I got that.
That's our whole career path.
I got that.
ourselves on the internet.
You're gonna
Come on.
you're
Get the memo here, Hansel.
Oh, it's over for you.
All right, well,
it's over for
we
you.
exposed ourselves, so I feel like we're even.
No, Ali opened up a can of worms.
We're even. Shake their hands.
I'm not shaking his
Shake
hand.
their hands.
I'm not shaking his hand.
What?
Shake your hand, Myron.
Hansel,
Alright, now we're
what I
even.
said on last episode, I didn't mean it. I love you.
Oh my god.
Justice for Hansel.
Now go watch the other
Justice for
episodes to see what we were talking about.
What did Myron say?
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna totally make sure that each episode in the future will lead back to another one, so we make sure you watch them.
Limes aren't crimes.
Oh
Lime
my
is a crime.
god!
Go
no
find out
one
where-
cares.
go find out where that
No one
episode
cares,
Lime is
bro.
not a crime. I got Myron in it. I fooled
Talk
him.
to the mic. Talk to the mic, bro.
I fooled Myron. All right, I gave him limeade and he loved the shit out of it.
He didn't tell me. He poisoned me. He poisoned me.
That
He didn't tell me. He
You
didn't
liked
tell
it,
me.
Myron.
Big facts,
Doesn't
big
matter.
facts,
You
big
fell for
facts.
it.
But hold on. If you're in your brain, right, and you're drinking something, you're like, wow, this is really good, I don't know, Coke, right? And it's like Dr. Pepper. In your brain, you're going to think it's Coke, bro. And it's going to taste like Coke. You
I don't know, bro.
It's mental manipulation. It's
Exactly.
mental manipulation.
For the record,
it
he
is
gave me-
That's actually
he gave me the same shit. Disgusting. I called it from the beginning. I was like, this shit's garbage. Mine's like, oh, it can't be that bad. Oh my god, this shit's
This is the bomb. This is that
bomb diggity. Oh my god, I love
that
this.
good.
So good. And then Ali tells him what it is, and then Myron's like, oh wait.
He said,
I put limes in it. It's not lemonade. I put limes in
For
it.
the full context, please see 3 to 4 episodes too. Okay,
shameless
sorry.
plug.
Shameless plug. But yeah,
You didn't.
going off of today's topic, we're kind of like, again, we're just kind of being more chill this time.
Even though it doesn't look like we're being chill.
Yeah.
This is pretty chill.
This is how we look when we're chill. This
Kinda-
is what chill us looks like.
Kind of just like a life podcast, like the theme of just ourselves. So for that theme, Joshua
I
brought.
brought a prop, and I'm sorry for your headphone users, but we're just gonna.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Chilling
Stop
under
it!
the
Stop it.
nutsack for a
Sound.
minute
I
now.
do.
Let's zoom in real quick. Okay?
Airheads. Now, why are these significant to your
Why are
past,
these-
Joshua?
Oh, geez, I wonder why.
What flavor is that?
So first of all, we're gonna open it, and
that
while
good?
we're talking,
Is that
we
good
can
good?
pick which one we want.
Oh,
so
shit.
I want mystery.
I'll take
That's
this
my
one.
favorite.
Pass me blue.
Watermelon, Raspberry.
Blue, yeah.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna throw this out now.
Hashtag not sponsored, but if you want to
Not
sponsor us,
sponsored
by all
Airheads.
means, go
Airheads, if
ahead.
you want to sponsor. So this takes me back. Now,
Why
before
are they
we
so
were
warm?
balling, having a podcast, making this bread,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
kid had to make some money.
Or lack thereof.
Kid had to make some
I'm getting
money,
better. Shut
bro.
up.
And
Oh, we're eating them right away?
yeah, we can have some.
Oh.
Just be careful with it.
Just don't eat in front of the.
So what, I'm gonna tell this.
All right.
Don't tell me.
I'm gonna tell.
Shit!
I'm gonna tell the story real quick.
What was that?
So story time. When Josh was a wee young lad, put a picture.
Ding.
High school Josh.
What the?
right?
Okay, now you're just
this?
now you're just
I
abusing my
never-
editing.
I'm sorry. I never had a job, right? And mind you, I wanted like money. I wanted a skateboard. PS4 was just come out, so I needed games. In Grand Theft
Yes,
Auto, I used
sir.
to buy shark cards.
Long
I
story
used to
short.
buy shark cards a lot.
Josh knew
Oh,
the value
damn.
of money at a very young age.
I did know the value of money.
I did money glitches.
I basically scanned New Brunswick Health Science Technology High School. Shout out MBTHTHS if you guys went there. You know what I'm talking about.
God, I love acting.
Long story short, I used to sell Airheads. And I used to sell these shits for 25 cents each. And I used to go to BJ's and buy them in bulk for $5.
Like how much?
A little.
$5 for 200 of these. right? And my mom was like,
Holy shit!
"Yo, she was like the plug, bro, because she had like the little BJ's gift card or like the Costco gift card,
Shout out
and she
BJ's.
used to buy these. Shout out BJ's, shout out Stanford, sponsor us. And I used to buy them and pull up, and I was like, yo, because like there, Myron knows it was mad strict. Like even the lunchrooms, like the lunchroom, we would only have what, maybe like a fruit juice to buy.
I heard that they had a
It was
20-minute
so
read
bad.
time.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
wait,
You
drop
brought back.
everything to read.
You brought
Drop
back.
everything and read,
You brought
bro.
back unwanted memories, though.
Dear,
You
bro.
brought back unwanted memories, though. You didn't have to do that.
So I wanna
I'm gonna go into that later. I'm gonna go into that later.
That little snippet right there was the most horrifying thing I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
That was the most horrifying thing I've ever heard at my
You
high
fucked
school.
me up, bro.
It was
You
because like
fucked me up, bro.
a person from health science came to us and then they mentioned that, and I was like, "You dead ass had to stop eating lunch,
No,
pick up a book, and read for 20
You could
minutes."
still eat lunch. You just couldn't do anything else.
Yep.
Oh my
No,
God.
not even homework. You had to read.
And
I
I
mean,
used to-
granted, sometimes reading would be your homework, but
Yeah.
like,
And I used to like lay down and like have the book look like this. I'll be slumped, bro. I'm just like reading the book like that.
That was the most
And then
horrifying
everybody
thing
used
I've
to
ever
come
heard
up. It was so
in
good.
my life.
So I used to sell these, and I used to make like between like $50 to like $150 a day, and it was like my biggest business I've ever done. And I used to start with these. Then I like talked to people. I was like, "What kind of candies do you like?" They're like Jolly Ranchers. Bought those for like $5. Sold those for 25 cents. A little Jolly Rancher is not worth 25 cents, bro. I was like, "What?" And people used to call me out, bro. I remember Oscar. You remember Oscar? Oscar used to call me out. Shout out Oscar. He was like, "Bro, people will buy this at the bodega like for like 5 cents." I'm like, "Okay, go buy it." I'm like, "Go." And then he was like, "All right, word, I am." And then 2 weeks later, "Yo, you got some airheads?" I'm like, "Yeah, daddy." Supply and demand, bro. Come on.
all of.
And yeah, no, shout out Oscar. He's but yeah,
The wolf of health science over
The
The
here.
Wolf of Health Science?
I used to make bread, bro, and I used to spend it on stupid shit like GTA. It was so bad.
But guess what?
But it was your own bread.
It's mad illegal.
And story, like ending of this story, I had to stop because I used to sell to Mr. Shout out Mr.
Yeah, I remember it.
So I used to sell to him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Chill out with that, bro. This might go, this might blow up one day, man.
It's handled already. It's handled. But like I used to like sell him like candy, and one of the teachers found out, and they snitched on him. And then they were like, "Oh, like who? Like what the hell?" And then they came to me, and I went to the principal's office, and they were like, "You're failing because like I don't have a permit. Like I can't sell on like a doctored ground."
You got caught up.
And like, yeah, I got caught up. Bro.
Yeah, I got
Hold up, bro. You ain't got the permit, bro. You ain't got the permit to sell the goods, bro. You ain't
Fucking
got.
airheads, bro. I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
come on.
Damn, man,
Yes,
I was about to
sir.
go to jail for a 25-cent airhead, bro.
Hey, man, though, sugar's the most deadly drug, bro.
Facts.
But
So
anyway, go
yeah,
ahead.
I figured
My mom should.
that's my like little scandal shenanigans back in high school. I was wondering what your guys are.
Now, let me talk about drop everything and read. Let me just talk about that entire saga, right? So, in lunch, basically, every Monday and Friday, so it wasn't like every day, you know what I mean? But every Monday and Friday, basically, they would cut your lunch in half and make you read, right? And it's not like it was like productive because you could do your homework. No, it was literally read. You have to read. Like, that's what you have to do for those 20 minutes.
Read that damn book. Or you're getting out of the school.
Read the
Bro.
Bible.
Remember one time? I think. Are we allowed? Should I keep name dropping?
No.
Probably not. Probably not. I wanted to stop you. I wanted to stop
A
you.
little
Like, it
snippet,
was high
Myron.
school, bro.
A little snippet. I'm gonna love how half the audio of this podcast is gonna be like the four of us going.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
But I remember this kid,
Myron literally took the mic
and he
did.
was like,
and took it away.
but as a kid, I guess we won't name drop. It's not that big of a deal, but he was trying to outsmart them. And he was like, they can't make me drop everything and read if we don't have a book. I was like, yo, you're smart. He didn't bring a book. Bro, they gave him a math textbook.
Oh,
bro.
okay.
I'm talking like Algebra 2 with a triangle, like everything. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yo. And they made him read about how, like, the Pythagorean theorem or whatever the hell they're talking about.
Pythagorean theorem.
Whatever.
But then they got super fucking finicky with it, because then somebody tried bringing a dictionary, and they're like, no, that doesn't count. Like, so a math textbook counts, right? But a dictionary doesn't. Like,
What constitutes reading?
exactly. And so I remember this one,
I could read subtitles in an anime.
I could read a manga.
A manga?
I could read a
That's
manga.
big brain. That's why you should have came out of science.
No.
no, you're gonna stay here.
I wouldn't be me if I went to health science, bro. They would have f***ed me up.
Yeah.
I think oh my god, the greatest day of Drop Everything and Read was when one of our teachers, like, he was pretty bad in class, but outside of class he was a cool guy. And so he hated the whole idea of, like, making kids read, like, during, like,
It was dumb.
during school, right? I mean, like, during, like, lunchtime, right? Your only break during the day, you know what I mean? So our teacher, in protest, basically started reading a book upside down. Like, it is like as a way, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, he would start reading it upside down as like a way to like protest and make fun of the whole Drop Everything and Read thing. And for that, I salute you. For everything else, you're still a pretty bad teacher. But for that, I salute you, sir.
Oh my God.
That was pretty fire.
Mine would be like, you know who you are.
And then you know who you are.
You know who you are.
And then everybody else started doing that, and then you got caught up.
Oh right.
But yeah, and then people used to come up with like different ways. Like people would do like they put the book in their lap and go like this, and then they would just fucking knock out for the half hour. I used to do like the lay on the arm and then like leave it half open, and you're just like, and then you're like, oh, sorry, I'm on chapter 4, bro. I promise.
The way I would look, listen to what I have to say, and this will make you like realize how messed up it is. I like under the book, I was doing homework. I had to hide the fact that I was doing homework. Like, what is that?
Was it homework due that day?
That doesn't matter. Myron. No. Homework is due before class. Lunch is before class. I don't want to hear it.
No, because they went to the high school. They didn't have to worry about
Oh right,
it.
they can hand their homework 3 weeks late, and it doesn't
exactly.
matter.
So let me talk about my high school experience.
No,
Okay?
you didn't have to, you didn't have to.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh, God.
my high school
Our high
experience,
school experience.
right? My friend group all went to health science, right? Like people.
Damn.
Like okay, I meant like
A large chunk of it.
I didn't hang out with you until after high school, I'm pretty sure. Or we hung out like no, I did go to that's the thing. That's the thing. I hang out with people when they're not with me at school because I even went to summer school and then that's when I would go to Hansel's house when he wasn't even in school with me at that point because I was going to summer school. I would go to this guy's house like every week.
Word.
So literally, that's just me. Like I never I never depended on school to see my friends.
Which
That's
I
really
found
good.
like really good because like
Right.
if you needed to go to school to see your friend, your friend couldn't be bothered to see you outside of school. I wouldn't call it a true friendship.
There was only 2 people like that, and that was Miguel and Yordi. Shout out
And
to
that's
Miguel.
literally you'll notice that it's those people
That stay with you.
that you talk after high school because
Yes,
literally
You're
those
different,
are the
Myron.
ones.
You're different.
I'll give you a
We're
dab
different.
up for that one because the ones you visit outside of high school, the ones that will see. No. My biggest thing that made me know Allie was one of my friends is that I wasn't like for like a good week. I was like a little bummed out. I didn't talk to anybody, and I wasn't like letting anybody know that I was bummed out either.
Mm-hmm.
But Allie took time out of his day to come and see me, like out
I was
of
a real one, bro.
to come out of nowhere, just
was
to come
a
and
real
see
one.
me. And I was like, bro, no way that a person cared about me that much.
blushing.
That shit was.
I'm a little jealous.
Wow.
But that's a story for another day. Continue your heartwarming
there's
story.
literally something called Myron Porch Mondays. Anyways,
Myron-
anyways,
Damn, I don't even know what that is.
Oh my god.
so high school experiences. Y'all went to health science. Y'all had it rough. Me, I was at a public school. Yo.
Whoa.
Well,
Health science was a public
this is a
school.
public
But
school.
it's
Oh, yeah, I
yeah.
know, but
This is like a
don't do us like that.
No,
We're
bro.
not. We're
Our
not.
pockets
We're not.
were
We're not
open,
like
bro.
super snobby,
Yeah,
private,
bro.
rich kid. No,
Sure,
no.
some random
Y'all would act like it
kids
sometimes though.
Some of us would. Some of us would, but not
We're
all.
talking-
Oh, because when you pull up with the health science, that is drip on your shirt. You get hurt.
They were known as the
The fire.
from our school. They were known
Fire.
as the techies.
Fire. Yo,
And no,
I used to rock those polos.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, bro. I was there. No, you didn't. That shit is not drip. That shit is not drip.
Josh, you really had holes in them.
Yo, those shits were expensive, dog. That was like $100.
Bro, you want to talk drip? I hope I have a photo of this. I would always lose my pencils in high school. So what I would do to like not lose my pencils is I would tie them around the little string of my hoodie and just walk around with pencils hanging out from my shit. And to this day, that's the drippiest thing I've ever done, besides the safety pin.
All right,
but that's a different story.
Let's get Ali to finally talk about the high school.
So, high school, like, bro.
Which high
I'm
school?
talking my high school.
Call it
My
out.
unnamed high school.
You gotta do that, bro.
My unnamed public high school
we
in
said
New
right.
Brunswick. All right.
Okay.
I wonder what that could be. In my high school, sleep. Like, you guys had it rough. Myron would tell me all the time about just things that would happen.
He said.
And I'm here just like, bro, like you can just have your phone on you. You can just pull it out, just anytime, just like have fun. Literally,
bro. They
last
tried
point.
the uniform policy. They
tried.
They tried it. They tried the uniform policy.
Talk about it.
No.
Like their biggest thing that the biggest thing they were hunting down were just ripped jeans. Other than that, man, you show up in your casual. You're walking around clothes, man. Like the clothes.
I wish.
The clothes
You would wake up and just roll to school.
Well, wake up. Oh, me? Mine was like
a guy like me.
I wasn't drippy, so I didn't have drip for high school.
You drippy, bro.
No, I'm not. No,
Look at
bro.
your fit.
Don't look at my fit.
That kinda
I
is
look like a bum.
That kind of
It is kind of drippy.
No, but it will be drippy when we drop our merch link in
Then that will be drippy. You don't know drippy until I'll tell you what drippy. I'll tell you what drippy is.
I'll tell you what drippy is, bro.
No, but in terms of our high school, in comparison to yours, it was extremely laid back. No joking about it.
senior year.
Yeah.
After January.
Okay.
You doing schoolwork?
I stopped doing it in September, my guy, of senior year. Let's stop.
Okay.
Okay, so what were you doing then?
Oh, like you? No, they were signing us work.
Oh,
I just wasn't doing it.
Literally, bro, I'm gonna tell you this. Senior year, after winter break, December, like going to January.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, I was either sleeping in class, just straight up, just whole block, or I would leave and go to a different class. I literally would go to the computer lab and play Halo, or I go to my other friend's class and just play cards.
Ain't no sleep.
And,
like
I would
the
go
one
to,
you have in the middle of class.
I'd go to class, they would mark me present, and I was like, all right, can I go? And she says yes. And then I would literally go to a different class and just fuck around.
Bro, literally, the last piece of serious work I did was submit my final college application.
Okay.
After that, because that was stressing me out, like the whole college application process.
Yeah.
And then I realized now I probably should have done it anyway because college is a scam. But that's a whole different other topic.
Go back to our other podcast to watch.
Where Myron
episode
just
we talk about that.
totally tells you
Episode 3.
college downright scam.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to high school. Yeah, after I submitted my last college application, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Senior year's done. And it wasn't. And that was a really bad idea, but I still made it out anyway. But I'm not encouraging anybody to do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's
Senioritis is a real thing.
It's so
dude.
real.
Like,
bro.
I remember they had a meeting with us because in health science, they made college apps a class. Remember that?
Wow.
With our
Oh
counselor.
yeah.
It was a class.
Yeah.
And you would fail if you didn't apply to any
my
colleges.
It wasn't
so I
like
remembered, like, you had to get, like, extra points. And, like, I used to fail Spanish so bad. So I was like, okay, I need an A to, like, boost my GPA. I applied to, like, 12, 15 schools. Just to get the grade.
I don't think it was graded though. I think
trying
it was
to-
just
Yeah,
it was just a
for
block.
me-
I think it was just a block that she took over.
No, she put it into your health thing.
Oh
They used to be,
yeah,
like,
I think she
remember they
did
used
put
to,
it
like,
into your
build
health.
it.
Yeah,
And then it's
you're
like,
right.
I
You're
know
right.
what the hell an armpit looks like, but like I didn't apply to any colleges, so I'm failing.
Oh yeah, I
It
think
was
so.
so
I think
bad.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think about like what was the most worst planned like our class event we had? Was it our graduation or was it like the?
Bro, we didn't even have a pep rally.
No, okay. The pep rally
You got
was
it taken away then?
No. Our pep rally
That's
happened
what I heard.
No.
You guys got it taken away.
because of our junior year.
Yeah,
That was
We got it
what's
taken
up.
away because of the class previous to us, but we didn't get
Oh.
it taken away because of things we did.
Uh,
It was because the last one had fights and the cops came.
I think a security guard got kicked in the
Shout
face.
out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I won Mr. Like the you know how there's Mr. Freshman, Mr. Sophomore, Mr. Junior. I won sophomore. I should have won junior because I wanted to see that happen, bro. Like I was a year too early. I was a year too early, man.
And it was funny because like it was like around the time that like your girlfriend was transitioning to that school, and she never saw a pep rally, and we lost it for her, and we lost it for her, and she never will see a pep rally.
Guess what? We've never seen a pep rally either.
I've seen one, and that's because I got lucky. That's because I got lucky and I won Mr. Sophomore. Besides that, like
freshman year, that's another thing. I used to go to high school at like 7 in the morning.
Bro, what a crime! What a crime!
No, because I went to your high school at 7 in the morning. Because when I was like a band kid, like embedded in that.
Oh, the zero period.
Talking about period zero.
Hold on. Okay, so let's just put this out there. I'm a heavy band kid. I will say that with my chest. I don't give a fuck. I was in band since 5th grade. I was in band since 5th grade. Oh my God.
Bro, what build is that, bro?
I was in band since 5th grade, okay? Wait. Just in band for 5th grade. Period zero. Trying to meet. No, deadass. I was in band forever. So when I went to high school and I heard of doing music before school, I was like, yo, that's gas. They were like, yeah, the bus picks you up at 6:30.
Imagine having a bus.
I was like, run it back? You said
run it back turbo?
Yeah. 6:30, they pick you up, you're done by 7. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I had to go to zero period. Why? Because my mom and dad made me go to health science. And if you want to implement music to your thing, you can't. Because all we had was Miss whatever the fuck to sing with us for 1 year. We only had music for 1 year, bro. I was like, what are you saying? So, like, for me to actually do, like, what I liked, they were like, you have to wake up at 6 in the morning every day. I still don't remember how I did it. I made it to every single bus ride with my big-ass saxophone.
What's good with you?
And my book bag.
Built
and I was big, strong. I was walking through the house. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm here for zero period. People were like,
his fucking
who the fuck are you? I was like, what the fuck, bro?
This is making me feel terrible.
Oh my
Because
God.
I already woke up at that time, and I was at high school by that time already.
Because you walked to it and you're there.
I walked to it, bro.
Yeah, Hansel, you have it good, bro. We had a kid like that in our school who was and he would always come late. He would always come late, bro. But he lived even closer than you did. He literally lived across the street, man. Shout out to
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the point. That's the mentality that I try to avoid. It's like, cause like no. I had the same kid. There was my friend lived across the street from me, so we were relatively the same distance away from the high school. But him, since he thought like, oh, I live right next to the high school, I'll never be late. And came late, way later before. Like he could get there before him, and he lived across the town. So and I was like, I ain't trying to implement that mentality where as soon as I get up, I'm getting ready, I'm out that damn door. If I need to take a nap, I'll take a nap there. I ain't getting late for nobody. You know what happens if you start getting like really late? They start fucking with my emotions, man. All right. Sometimes. Oh,
he was dedicated.
No, man.
Take a break.
No, man. Getting late was just terrible. I remember your girlfriend, bro.
I remember one time. It was like 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes before the start of school. Right? I'm there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, where's Hansel? I text him. I'm like, Hansel, where are you? And he's like, I just woke up. And then, sure enough, you made it on time. And I was so salty, bro. I was so salty.
Gee, I wonder why.
I had to wake up
across the street.
I don't woke up an hour 30 minutes before you.
Oh, this is before you lived in like.
I still lived across town from the high school.
Yeah.
Biggest thing for me was like if I was ever late, it was deliberate. It was never on accident. If I was late,
well, at least
I was on
punctual.
purpose.
Yeah, that's good.
But other than that, I'm just mostly a punctual guy. Like if I ever said a thing, I'm there like 30, 20 minutes earlier.
I'd abuse that power. If I lived across from where I needed to go, I'd abuse it so hard.
Hansel is very on time. I will give you that.
That's
so high school taught you well.
That's a good quality to have.
High school was crazy, bro.
Back to you. Were you still saying something about your high school? I feel like we cut you off like 30 times.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know. Just that it was a very easy experience.
No.
Literally. I think I put like a lot of pressure in my early years. Like I got really ahead in math. I just took the bare minimum of my history class and my science class. So like literally senior year, my only mandatory class was English. Everything else was just sleep.
Wait. You had one class? You had one class?
I had one serious class.
The rest were like electives.
I had study hall as a class. You know what I did in study hall? I had nothing to study. I'll tell you that much.
So
study hall.
I was the complete opposite with Myron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Myron, bro. So put in perspective, you needed at least a 3.0 GPA average to stay at health science.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some leeway, but like if you're a little below it, they put you in like the bad people club. Academic probation.
What's the GP that kicks you out? Because they kicked a lot of you guys out.
2.0. If you have 2.0, like you're gone.
It ranges from, I think if you're below a 2.7, then you just get the boot.
gone.
But if you're in like 2.7 to 2.99, then you get the academic.
You thought
probation.
that school would be good for me. And you thought that school a little short on
You're a smart guy.
No, I'm a dumbass.
You're a smart guy,
No.
bro.
I never really cared.
I graduated, I think, with like
not
a 3.8,
academically.
I believe.
Bro, that's what's okay. So I'm gonna talk about this. So me and Myron, like, going into health science, I went to like a normal middle school. I wasn't like that smart. I maybe got like a couple B's, couple A's, nothing crazy, but I definitely had like C's. So when I went there, I was like, what's gonna happen? Because like, there's Myron talking about like physics, and I'm like, how do you spell that? I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Honestly, though,
And I'm like, what's going on?
I still don't know.
PHYSICS.
Well, then what's making the F sound, Myron? What are you talking about?
PH, bro.
PH. Yeah.
Bro,
I think
my physics class didn't have a teacher.
Bro,
Once again, until January.
Oh my god, that was such an
bro.
issue, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that. So in freshman year, I tanked. I tried to like fail out of the class. I was like, bro, I miss my goons, bro. Where's Miguel and Yordi, bro?
So you try to fail to get out of school?
I tried to fail, and I didn't try enough.
No, I'm kidding. I
didn't try enough, bro.
Man
I
said,
tried to fail, and I still passed, bro.
man was like, I'm too good. I can't even fail.
No, I was like, what is
That's what it sounds like you're saying.
No, I'm not trying to flex.
Like
I was so dumb.
I didn't try at all.
No.
I still passed.
No, I was so dumb. I couldn't be dumb.
He tried. Like he wanted to fail convincingly, you know?
No, I was like, all right, I'm gonna fail, and then I didn't give a fuck, and it just didn't work out.
No. What I'm
That's
hearing.
how stupid I am.
No. What I'm hearing is you pulled a Miles Morales, and then like what happened is the teacher was like, look here, genius. You filled in all the wrong answers. But you filled in like the completely wrong answers to make sure that you knew what was right.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So you're not.
When you got every question wrong, which means that you know every question. Yeah.
Like I was like, what the? So basically, my GPA was so bad. I don't even remember. I think it was like a 1.9 my freshman year or something.
Oh
beat that.
my gosh!
Or not my freshman year, because my freshman year I didn't like think, but sophomore year I was like, all right, now I'm gonna fail. And then that's when I like kind of like had to change of heart, and I was like, let me not try and be like a bum and just like waste my life to see my goons, because like you said, my goons were pulling up and we were still like, they were dropping me off to school. We hung out outside of school. We played basketball.
That's what's
I was
up.
like, because in my head, like middle school,
I remember,
like we went from 5th grade to 8th grade together.
That is what's up.
So I was like, how am I about to lose them like that? And mind you, I didn't know anybody except like Elvis. Shout out Elvis. I'm just gonna drop him because that's the boy. And then I just met Myron by the grace of God because of that program that we were in. Shout out Myron. And then it was like, I need my guys, because like, if you know me, I'm mad social, and my social anxiety gets really bad, especially if I'm by myself, bro.
Holy
I was like, what the heck? But like, it was really cool because once I started like wanting to fail and like leave, I started making really good friends.
Oh my god.
Like my girl Evelyn, Ashley, like I won't like get into names, but like it really like made me see like there's more to life than just like being with the same people. Like you gotta grow. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah.
My thing is, dude, the biggest thing for high school for me was like, and I'm glad you mentioned the word social anxiety.
Yeah.
Because like the biggest thing for high school for me, I was like since I was in my middle school, we were a close group for like whiles, years, the same people I always knew. And the first
cringe middle school. Anyways, continue.
I don't want
Did
to
you go
get
to
in
McKinney?
trouble, but you're
Don't
right.
talk to me. Why are you fucking name dropping? I forgot. That's the worst name drop you can do.
Yeah.
They'll figure out where I live.
I'll add a beep. I'll add a beep. I'll add a beep. I'll add a beep.
That's the new challenge this week. Beeps.
I'll add a beep. I'll add a
Beep the
beep.
fuck out.
Not
Yeah, bro.
just curse.
Name-
Like a
name-
bunch. Say a bunch of curse words. Go.
No, the biggest fucking thing about my no. Okay, no.
I'm just gonna censor you from talking, bro. He's gonna
Myron,
mute.
I haven't dropped anything profound yet. Okay.
True.
I know, but
Stop
like honestly,
name
the
dropping,
most serious note about like me transitioning from middle school to high school was like the amount of people that were there and the amount of people I didn't really recognize. First day there, I had my very first anxiety attack, bro. Like I looked around. I was scared shitless. I was like, there's too many people here. There's too many people I don't know. This place is way too big. It was like sensory and like information overload. It scared the shit out of me. I'm like happy along the way down. I found like good people like Ali and the others I met throughout like my years in high school. But like high school is disgusting, bro. It was like dog shit here, bro. Other than the people you met and the people that stayed with you and like the learning experiences like you get from it, everything else sucked. And our school just sucked because of like I felt like mostly like what our school did was low energy. I feel like they put the most of their money into our school's appearance, but the rest of it was dog shit. I tell you, the stupidest thing the thing that made me feel so dumb in that school was that they bought solar panels. They bought solar panels and we had blackouts. We had blackouts on bright sunny days with solar panels.
Bro, sometimes the sun needs a break, bro. Come on.
I would get that at the subway, black in the middle of the sky, bro. Not in the middle of the bright ass
Bro,
day.
I swear to God, there was like a couple eclipses, bro. Like, you're good, like, relax.
What?
You need a break. No overwork, man.
Josh,
Come on, bro.
Josh, I would love that. I would love that excuse. I would love to hear on the intercom tomorrow, guys. We had a mild mid earth shattering eclipse in the middle of the day, and that's why we had a blackout for like 20 to 30 to 40 minutes. You know,
Our high school wasn't even that bad. Like, our high school was pretty bad too, because where we went, we had maybe like 3 floods. Remember that when the basement blew up?
Oh my god, there was 2 years in a row where we had to get like relocated to this like empty like warehouse.
It wasn't even like a school, bro.
It was like transitioning into like a new kind of school thing.
I'm about to bring it up.
Name drop. I'm sorry.
I'm about to bring it up.
Please.
Yo, do you remember
Block.
all those what is it called? What is it called? Fire drills on 8-9, and it always kept happening at 8-9.
Like period 8-9.
Period 8-9.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Oh my! Consecutively, I don't know if it was like for a week straight, a month straight. Every time you get to 8-9, and I was so happy because I already knew it was gonna. It was my least favorite class because I would think it was either physics or it was some science class. Every time you get to 8-9, and there was like, dude, I didn't study for that that test we're gonna have, and the person next to me like, dude, don't even worry, man, we're gonna have a fire drill in the next 15. And then the fire drill happened, and then you're like,
I think
oh,
it was planned.
I didn't know what it was.
Like,
it
some
was,
motherfucker was just like, nah, not today. Like, they just pulled
That
it.
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
That happened, but how did it keep happening? The
Somebody
same
fucking timed
time. It was
How consistent was
it was the same day, and it was the
was
same
a week.
period.
It was a week.
For more context, so the school Josh and I went to was really small, like really
Bro,
small.
it was maybe the size of this room.
Bro.
For the
And it just
lunchroom.
went three stories.
It was
I'm
like
tossing
our
over.
entire student body was like 200 kids.
Our graduating class was 30 people.
39, I believe, was the exact
Like-
number, which is crazy.
And
You had 30 people as
the
secretaries.
The craziest thing about it
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. Go
is
ahead, say it.
dating.
Yep. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's not dating. It's not just dating, Jeff. It's toxicity.
See that
Because
now here's
it's
where I had
close
it good.
knit.
Here's okay. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing.
here's
Like
where I had it
a lot
good
of them
because-
are like brother and sister type because we're
What?
all so
Yeah.
close.
Whoa,
Think about it. No, cancel.
Think
Think about
Clarify
it.
that, Myron. But clarify that.
Cancel.
You just talked about dating and then brother and sister.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
the relationship
clarify.
that you build with some of the people at the school
Oh,
is
okay.
like brother
I
sister.
need
It's
Alabama.
Here's the
It's
thing.
Alabama
Here's the
over
thing.
there.
Hold on, time. Alejandro is not wrong. He's not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're not
There
wrong.
was
You're not
a
wrong. You're
lot
not
of
wrong.
scandals, but me and Myron specifically
Dated each other. Yes.
But
Can't get scammed if you date your homeboy.
that up, my boy. But no, my
Are you jealous yet?
my like for me, my girlfriend during high school didn't go to that school, so like I was like clear from that shit. But like my friends that I've seen first, like obviously we're not going into detail if you want.
Right. No, this is just about
but it's
the
like,
idea
my
of
girlfriend
having
is so different.
a
You wouldn't know her.
small group
bro,
like that.
the amount, like
Oh, no,
I
I
would
said
say
that one.
personally, there was probably more drama at that health science
Yeah.
school than there was at yours, because if you
Right.
put that
Yeah,
many
man.
people
Yeah.
in such a
Yeah.
condensed environment,
Yeah.
And
we only
make
had
them
like
super fucking stressed.
yeah, we only
like-
had like two different classes after everybody was like filtered out,
Yeah, bro.
and everybody was just so, I don't know, like stressed because of the school or like just dealing with like growing
Just that
up.
environment, yeah.
Bro, it was so bad. And then especially like the dude to girl ratio wasn't good at all. Like I'm pretty sure like it was like 3-1 with the amount of females we had.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
That's
bro.
terrible.
And like
Holy
not
shit.
no sexist stuff. Like not saying like because like there's more girls or whatever. But like the going to the dating aspect, like either like 4 dudes like this one girl, or like 3 girls like this one dude, and then like, oh, I'm gonna go out with him. Oh, well, we talked freshman year. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Well, I don't care. Oh, but you're not my friend no more.
That's
And then
all
oh
my
God! Yo,
It's-
you go to high school, you're like, oh, I'm talking to Chamberlain. Who the fuck is Chamberlain? Like, there's like so many kids.
Yeah.
Like you don't
I
care.
didn't- there's people I found out after. Like I didn't see, bro. I didn't even see. What are you talking
You
about?
found out a bunch of people liked you after high school. All this shit was clarified.
Man's faithful though.
He is.
Man's faithful.
Anyways,
Look,
Painful to me, right?
look.
After I just said I did it, Josh.
I spent like
Triplets.
I spent like
Triplets, man.
20 minutes. I spent like 20 minutes just trying to realize how long a year was, and I was like, "Damn, a year is a really long time." And I was like, 5 to 6 years. Holy shit! Oh my god!
How long Allie's been cheating on me?
Oh.
Nah, but seriously, like I have
Yeah.
never heard of like super long term relationships
No.
like that. So like, you know, you have a good thing.
Yeah,
going,
bro.
Man. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that.
so
He's like,
going back to the topic.
But yeah, it was
Yeah, no, like,
crazy.
yeah, so
like
it's-
I always wondered
it's-
how that worked over there.
No, it's like literally, like
But it was crazy because there was still
there's scandals.
People,
yeah,
like,
I
you
mean,
know what I'm saying?
obviously there's
Yeah.
like
It's high school.
collectives.
It's high
Yeah.
school.
No, it's high
But-
school. You're always gonna find a scam.
Yeah, but like no, like especially in your environment, I can imagine like how year after year it gets more intense because then
Mm.
it's like people start hating each other, and then it's like how am I supposed to act to this person, if this person, this person, you know
it
what
was
I mean?
also weird because like before you give it to you, it's like me and Myron, like we obviously won't talk about it now, but we have like tagged stones for like each time period, and they're all related to drama.
Yeah,
Every single year had at least 3 pieces of drama. And it was like, oh no, like blah blah, so and so happened freshman year, but at the beginning, and then like going into sophomore year, then that happened, and then this happened, and then like it just keeps going. And it was like, I don't think anybody meant it, and like anybody who was involved in it was like meant with intent. But I feel like how he said, like with that stress of that school, bro, and the condensity of how many people were there, it was ridiculous. Sometimes we had kids who didn't have chairs in the same class.
Yeah,
And they would have to like share desks and shit.
What the?
It was so bad, bro.
I think
God.
I don't know what it was about me. I don't know. It just I guess just the way I handled certain things. I was lucky enough to never be directly involved in any of like
Yeah.
like the
You were
problems
always
there.
kind of like reeled in a little by like other people.
Right, but like I was fortunate enough to never be like in like a fight with like you know like verbal fights and like because there was no fights at health science. Let's put that like physical fights were not a
Hold
thing.
on.
Let's
Oh my
Let's-
god.
I'm gonna call you out real quick, man. We're not gonna name drop, but there was this one incident. Myron got pissed.
okay. But like what?
what?
Myron, tell the story.
Oh my
Myron,
God.
tell the
Okay,
story.
yeah, let's tell the story.
Let's
Let's tell the
So I'm not
Myron
gonna
gets
go-
pissed.
He's
I'm not gonna go
exaggerating.
into
He's
details.
exaggerating.
I'm not gonna go into details.
He's exaggerating.
But there was a situation that upheld itself involving me, right? In a very serious situation that I didn't take his feelings into consideration. And that was on my fault. And my actions led to a certain outcome
All right,
that he
let's
was
let's
not
recreate it.
happy.
Let's recreate it. Okay.
You want to recreate it?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
what happened.
Oh, okay.
No, let's go to this one.
And
This is
I'm
what
seeing
happened, bro.
recreation for the
I'm
first
just-
So this is how Josh
Picture in
pictures.
frame.
So this is
I was
the.
like, no, I just blah 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 blah.
That's how he pictures it. Be like that. That's how he pictures it. What happened? No, I didn't.
Pinned me on the
No,
wall.
I didn't. That's not true.
And
That
picked
is
me
not-
up.
that
I
is not true.
swear
That's not
on
true.
all my life. Bro.
I don't have.
I
he got that
No,
pissed?
he
Yeah.
got so mad because he was like, come to the bathroom right now. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh my god. He literally was like, I didn't even turn around. This is the door, right? I'm closing the door.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
That's exaggerated.
We'll talk about it later.
What is
Oh my
That's really
gosh.
Nah, he's
I have never.
It's not. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
You're telling me
it
you
wasn't
didn't
that
grab
bad.
me?
It was,
You
I didn't grab you.
the
I didn't grab you.
He
Pin you on the
denies
wall.
it to this day.
No, I didn't grab you.
His
Pin you on the wall. You're capping. I don't have the strength for that, my
blocked
guy.
it, bro. His anger blocked
I don't
it.
have the strength for that, my guy.
There was no fights. But don't fuck with Myron.
Myron pulled the Hulk. He was like, I can't be I'm just Bruce Banner. I can't be responsible for what I did. I can't. I don't know what he did. It's not, and I didn't do it. He did.
Like, realistically, he had every right to be like that mad. But
I was mad, but I didn't like.
For reference, Myron is a dandelion, bro. Myron is the sweetest kid in all of where we live. Myron like literally has no beef with like anybody unless they're like stupid, very stupid.
I'll bleep that. I'll bleep
So,
that. I'll
yeah,
bleep
that
that.
was Myron is a great kid. And he never gets mad, so it caught me so off guard, especially because we were still kind of new at being friends.
Hold on.
Because you guys knew him longer, but I just met him. Like, it was like maybe a 2-year difference.
No, I think you knew Myron longer than I did.
Yeah,
Really?
I think I hadn't really met Hansel until like I was in high school, and by that point I already knew you. Yeah.
All right.
That was
No,
fun.
I can't wait. Josh, I
I
can't
was
wait for all the
fun.
can of worms you open because in our friend group, Myron is known as the most sweet and delicate kid out of all of us. So I can't wait for like the comments to just be like, Josh, what the fuck did you do to Myron?
man.
Holy shit, Myron! What?
100,000 likes, and I'll tell you what happened.
Wait, Myron,
Can we get 100 first? Like,
Myron, don't worry.
100,000,
See,
bro.
now you don't have to tell the story.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
You
For
won't
quite
get
some
to
time.
100,000?
Man said,
You won't.
go to the bathroom.
go there
No,
now.
because like what happened was like not like again I'm not giving details, but it's like the way that the room was set up, it was like a circle table. It wasn't like normal tables like at the high school or like ribs. It was
He's
a
trying
circle
to-
table. So like the certain situation happened at a circle table, and me and Myron used to sit next to each other. And he went like this. He was like, "Go to the bathroom."
I do remember that.
And I was like-
I do remember that.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
I do remember that. I do
'Cause,
remember
like,
that.
you know when you like fucked up and you're like, ah shit. Like you know, like at first in my head,
It doesn't
like
take a
I
lot
said,
to get me angry.
The
It
situation
takes a lot to get me angry.
The situation wasn't that big in my head, but I didn't like it was a very weird situation where I just didn't understand Myron until that aggression like came, and like then like it was like, okay, now we understand, now we flood the emotion.
It was like
And now I get the
it was like
situation.
he didn't know, but he was like I was like already like on the ground wounded. He didn't know, but he kept stepping on me.
Yeah,
And when
like,
every
you know
time he
what I'm
opened
saying?
his mouth, he kept just stepping on me.
That was the best. That's the best way to
And
describe
it was like God fucking damn it, man.
And it's like it's something that you don't want to like bring up, but it's also like as his boy, I wanted to like make sure he was cool, which why I was like when I heard like get the fuck to the bathroom, I was like, oh shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? At first I was prepped for him like maybe cry. I was like, okay, maybe Myron is gonna be like sad. No,
I that part's
bro,
cap though.
looking
That
in
part's
the eyes.
cap.
My feet left the ground. I swear to God.
I don't have the
Myron,
strength for that, my guy.
Myron, I swear on my mom, bro. I promise you. My legs, I was vision. I was literally
This man shit himself, Myron.
Yo, it was a thing I was in the bathroom.
I was about to say that. It's a good thing this man was in the bathroom because you made this man shit.
No, it was
not
outside the bathroom. It was like on the windows that were
was
next.
it?
It was next to our
Dog,
science teacher.
He couldn't even wait to get to the bathroom. You got him so mad.
I swear we were.
No, it was in the lockers. It was.
Oh,
it was in the lockers. It was in the lockers. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
He He couldn't hold himself. He couldn't hold himself off to get to the bathroom. He couldn't.
The hallway that was like towards the bathroom was the main.
I'm
by the
so glad it was
cafeteria.
empty, bro.
Yeah,
Somebody
bro.
would have saw that. That's it.
And then they would have exposed you. And they would have
Because you put your hands on this guy.
Literally, bro. Because the hallway, it's like a main, like, it's really, really long. It's probably like the base of the high school. But the lunchroom is in the front. So, like, you have to go through the lunchroom to come towards that hallway. And we were in lunch. And, like, you know, like, kids fuck around. Everyone's going to the bathroom, not giving a shit. You know what I'm saying? People use a hide during drop everything they can read. Go to the bathroom, just lock the door. And it was literally just like, yeah, like, you had to do what you had to do. But, like, we pulled up. And I remember we were in the bathroom. Maybe not.
I don't know.
But all I remember is, like, nobody was there. So it was, like, perfect. And he was like...
now it looks like a mob from like Mob Psycho. I'm like super calm.
Crazy, bro.
Like I'm super
No,
calm,
no,
and then
no.
you get me at 100%, and then it's over.
All I'm saying is, don't fuck with Myron, bro. Okay? That's
Just don't mess with anybody.
Myron's a sweetheart, but to a certain extent.
But to an extent.
A really big extent. Like you have to really try.
I mean,
you have to really
Let's
try.
put me in my place. It was pretty. It was a pretty.
You
bad situation.
did mess up pretty bad, but
It was a
like
bad
the
situation.
thing, you have to really try to get me angry. I'm usually a really like. Nice
All I'm saying.
guy.
All I'm saying.
I try. It's water under the bridge.
It's
If you were
water
fucking
under
me back. I'm kidding.
Imagine he picks you up, bro.
No, anyone could pick. I'm not that heavy. It's easy to pick.
The thing about being like, I guess someone like of me, like me in high school is like, it was kind of like disheartening seeing like all of your friends have problems with each other, and like it was like I wanted to like get involved and help, but I knew that as soon as I got involved, if I helped someone, then that'll automatically put me on someone's side, and like I hated just choosing sides, so I kind of just like. I was like a bystander to everything, but like I also tried to like be as helpful as I could to like anybody.
You were always like a supportive, like Myron was always that kid like who was cool with everybody. And when I say that, I genuinely mean it. Like there's probably people who like are just watching who barely know him. Myron's credited to being
I can't wait till there's like someone like
in the comments on
someone in school's like
fuck Myron.
I can't wait for it. No, I knew Myron, but that guy was a bitch.
Myron screwed me the fuck over, man.
No,
Fuck
but
that
like,
guy.
like I definitely feel for that because like as per one of his friends, I definitely did bring a lot of like sort of tension to like a lot of like your group or like your multiple groups, and that's definitely something of my like issue. But what I didn't appreciate, and this is just me speaking freely here, we're not name dropping anything, is if my friends have problems, my friends have problems.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and what a lot of high school was, and even some people now, some people just, they have to grow. What I've understood with Myron, like I've never blamed Myron. If I had a situation with someone, Say I had a situation with Ricardo, and you're best friends with Ricardo, and you're my friend too, right? I had a situation with Ricardo. I didn't have a situation with you. And what happened, what got me so upset is that people lumped you.
Yeah.
And took what you guys had and said, fuck you. Yeah. I don't want that.
Yeah. You're friends with so-and-so, and I don't like so-and-so, well, I'm not friends with you. Because you're friends with so-and-so.
And I'm just saying, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
And that is a lot of what happened at school.
Like, literally, bro. Like,
and it's
it was so dumb, bro. And he got so much shit for bullshit, it wasn't even funny, bro. And, like, if you have that mentality, you have to separate. Because the people that are there for you are the people that are there for you. That's that. That's just straight.
You can definitely not group in somebody just because of like who they hang around with.
Bro.
No.
And then literally, if your school, if we had one more year of school, it would come down to people with that mentality only talking to two people.
Yep.
Because
and that's literally circle strength that low, man. Like it was crazy. Like in the start of freshman year, you could say we were kind of all united for like a week, and then like we split off into factions, and then the factions like were cut off every like year.
What I will say is, I think like our senior week or whatever, like there was a blip.
There was this one day for the senior trip.
It was like a blip.
Yeah.
It was the senior.
It was the senior trip where we all tolerated each other for like
everybody
a couple
had so
hours.
much fun. So put it in perspective. Your high school wanted to go to Disney World. You know where our senior trip was?
And it was fire.
No, I know. That's what I'm going to get to. An aquarium.
Yes, sir.
Aquarium
yes,
is fire.
sir.
They always
No. A children's aquarium. librarian.
What?
No, like that ass. Like it's
It was-
like,
it was
we
made-
were
it was
like
made
we
for
were
kids.
next
To like
to
kindergartners.
Now this is what I'm gonna say.
It was fire though. It was fire though.
The blip that happened, that was our senior trip, was one of my favorite experiences of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you put aside the drama and you put aside the bullshit and you understand you're just fucking kids who are trying to live and you just enjoy yourself and you eat a ham sandwich next to the pier while you see penguins running around, you're like, yo, life is pretty fucking cool, bro.
Life is good, man.
Life is pretty
Life
fucking
is
good. And when you fucking
$100
lump up
for
all
a
the
cheap-
bullshit, you turn blind. You know? And like I said, like you can't lump shit together. You gotta enjoy yourself.
And guess what?
And then-
guess what? It was because we were away from the school. We got a little bit of
Is he wrong, though?
we got a breath of fresh air. We were all
Quite
hanging,
literally.
we were all hanging out with each other, and it was a pretty
Yeah.
good couple hours, I would say.
Yeah, it was pretty fire. And then like even during graduation, like I feel like graduation was like another blip when we like did like the ceremony, like the prep walks, because people were like, yo, like I'm looking at you like say like I don't fuck with you, but like you're next to me. I'm like never gonna see you again. I'm like, damn, bro.
Damn.
Right, and we just, it's like a bond. Like it's weird. Like you get caught up in so much like guck and like your brain is like disgusting, and then you're like, it's all over. And was it worth it? You know?
I can tell you that like it's also like settings that can really mess you up.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you about a lot of bad shit that happened during high school in comparison to very few moments that happened, like bad moments that happened outside. But most of my hangouts outside of high school have been fun. Like have been like I'm out there chilling with my friends and like this is the best day in life, bro. Holy shit! Oh my god, I'm having such a great time. I love these people.
Yeah.
I love these guys. But I swear to God, you get into high school and you get into that mindset, like, and it's also because you go into that high school. It's not even that you hate a specific person. You go into high school. I hate high school. I hate this. And then you see a specific person and you're like, fuck that person. I hate that person.
Yeah.
It brings out the worst of you, man.
It brings out the absolute worst in
If
me.
you survived high school, congrats.
Me,
Yeah, bro.
when
It's
I
not
went
an
into
easy
high school,
accomplishment.
for the most part, I tried to be as happy as I could be. But God knows that high school it brought like...
That's
it was
what I
like,
also wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like your guys' high school, like yeah, ours was like hard, like academics, but like we're not gonna like drop anything. But like your high school had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
No.
bro.
Yeah.
Like a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of shit.
But it's easy to avoid because it's so big, you know? Like for me,
True.
I didn't really have that many negative experiences because I just kept to myself a bit. I always had because once again, my school, whatever, I could literally, with those headphones, walk around, just listen to music. That's all I did.
Yeah, we couldn't.
And I have a resting bitch face, right? So a lot of people think I'm like mean.
At the comments.
Like I'm a pick them up in the bathroom. I'm pick them up in the bathroom. I'm like, listen here, right? Like that.
No,
Mind you, this was like
Yeah, but-
mine was still sexy, but it was like pre-glow up Myron. This was like short hair, buzz cut, like sweater tucked in Myron.
Damn,
God, here we
you
go.
were
And I was like-
you were about to bite your lip.
For the last time, ding. Okay.
All right, so so I had like resting bitch face, and so it's like people wouldn't really come up to me.
Yeah.
And then that's why he's talking about like how apparently like a lot of people liked me, but like they're
too scared to come
definitely,
up.
Wait.
definitely.
Are we talking about like, or like
No,
Yo,
he
it's
was
Some
like,
people thought I was cool, which I didn't think.
You're cool.
you're cool.
To me,
You're extremely cool.
Right.
to me.
And so it's kind of like, but no one approached me. Like no one would talk to me unless I approached them.
Yeah.
And that's because I have wrist and bitch face. And a lot of them are like shorter than me, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
And
He
it
was
looks
one
like
of our-
I'm
he was-
it looks like I'm gonna eat them.
He was one of our tall hotties.
Ooh,
We had a couple
Not
of tall
tall
hotties. He was
either.
one of them.
that's we had a Myron. That's what we had.
Shut the fuck up.
We had
Ah,
no name dropping, but it's also just his name. We had a Gomez collection, and the Gomez collection,
I know exactly.
Oh, yeah.
and the
I
Gomez.
already dropped his name.
Oh yeah, no, he's a guest on our,
Shout out,
on our
Yordi.
show.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out.
Yordi.
He's been-
So we had Yordi, and then Alejandro
Yo,
Gomez.
Make me
Okay,
act
wait.
up, bro.
you guys are related, yeah?
That's classified information.
Oh fuck! Because
I
I,
can
swear
either
on
deny or
my
confirm
mom.
this.
I swear on my mom, bro. Like he said that you guys were related.
I cannot disclose that.
Drop in the comments, bro. Are they related? Drop in the comments, bro.
Here's a picture.
The answer is shocking. The answer is shocking.
The results will shock you.
Tune in next time.
Next
The
time.
wrestling paternity test.
God.
What were you guys saying?
As
High school
terms
is
of him, since he had resting bitch face,
I'll do this.
and then like that's how
Can
you
we talk
that's
about that? Go.
that's how he walked in the hallways. Is that something you would approach?
And meanwhile, I'm listening to like cute anime music.
Oh no! It was like. I'll explain it like this. It was basically like you were looking at Broly walking around your high school, but on the inside it was.
What is wrong with you guys, bro?
Another fleet.
Just don't say it.
It was a stupid ass Goku. It was like on the inside. It was like a fun, cuddly kid on the inside. As in terms of like a.
I'm listening to You're My Little Podcast.
No, it ain't a MC version.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But me, in terms of. I wanted to make friends. I wanted to meet people. I like my first year was terrible because I was scared shitless. But throughout the other years, I was like, I want to meet new people. I want to make friends, and I did make some great people along the way. But then putting yourself into that way of like finding new people. Since we had such a variety of people, we had a variety of people. That means we had good people, and we had downright just terrible people. And I'll give you 2 words, Myron. Or I'll give you 2 words, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I can tell you about where we found most of the bad people. And that was theater club.
Okay.
That's
hey,
most of
you
them.
respect.
Draw.
You respect the theater club, even though there was a lot of drama in theater club. On and off the stage. So that's kind of where I was gonna lead into this conversation. I think the reason I didn't go insane in high school is because. Towards the end I started slipping, but like the middle years I had a balance. I would say I was pretty well balanced. Like I carried a decent amount of schoolwork, but I'd also like hang outside and I'd also do other things. One of those things being theater.
Worst decision of your life.
No, see, because like my mentality of going into high school when drama was going on,
right now.
kind of just
No names.
I'm not going to shut
No,
up.
no,
I know how to do this. Myron. Look, you had theater club after school.
Yeah.
After school, I had to come back to them in the morning with them. I have to deal with them throughout the day.
I guess and
then at the end of the day. And then the recycle.
I love everybody. I love everybody in theater. I love you.
Theater kids and band kids were pretty obnoxious.
I don't love most of you from
Yes,
theater.
sir. That's us. Yes, sir. I remember.
I think the band kids were pretty cool, but I didn't really talk to most of them.
You talked to me.
We had something special in theater, Hansel.
Oh no, I love you, Myron.
You were in theater.
Yo, there's something about the one,
Whoa,
how you
whoa,
almost
whoa.
ruined the
Whoa,
first
whoa,
showing.
whoa. You were in theater?
Yeah, I was in theater.
What the fuck? Then how are you talking?
Okay, no, but he was in crew. So it's like,
Oh no, I was.
you were in theater. You were in theater.
I was in theater.
Like in the actual show.
I actually.
Wait,
was in the show.
what show were you
Myron,
in?
I was in the best show. The Lawyer.
Oh, you're right. You were, and that one was fire. That one was fire.
I acted once in theater.
No, you're
and
right.
It was a banger.
No, you're right. It was fire. It was fire. Okay, so let me
Theater kids. Let
me tell you this one story of how Hansel almost ruined the first night of my first show. So it was one of the scenes, and I had to get a prop out of like a podium because I was giving like a fake speech, right? It was a real speech, but it was in universe speech, right?
Oh my God.
And on the note, like the note didn't.
No. Keep going.
Okay, anyway.
It just something popped up.
Okay, so on the note, it didn't say anything. It was just like a pretend note that I was reading off of. But in my mind, I already had the speech in my head. So Hansel lost the original note and replaced it with a new one. And on the new one, it said, lost the original one, lol. And he didn't tell me. So, literally, the first time I'm seeing this is during opening night, when we're doing the scene in front of everybody. And so, I look at the note, and I'm like I try not to laugh as I'm saying the speech. And then I glance over at Hansel, and he's like, fuck. Like, god damn it, dude, you should have told me.
I should have said this to my other crewmate.
Like,
I should have said this to my other crewmate. I was like, you want to know how to you want to see how you ruin opening night for the first time? Watch
was
this
it
shit.
it was your first
My
show?
first show, yeah. Because I joined, the history of my first show is that I joined late, so I used to go to these volleyball meetings outside of school. And they
You
were fun.
did do volleyball. You did a lot of shit.
Yeah. I tried to keeping it balanced. So one of my friends from volleyball was like, "Oh, if you want to try something new, you should audition for this show that we're having at the high school." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I pull up. What are you doing, bro?
No, it's just my tabs. It's my tabs.
Okay, so then my friend tells me to pull up, and I go, and
Send me that.
I'm sorry, Myron.
Myron, keep
I'm
going,
so
please,
sorry.
please,
So
please, don't say that.
I go to the auditions, and what happened was that she kind of tricked me. Basically, the guy that was doing the part quit, like halfway.
What
and
part was it?
It was like the main character.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, it was like the main role, or like the secondary. Like it was like two main roles, right?
Damn, it's almost like theater kids are unreliable.
Anyway, so I literally pull up and I'm here for the audition. He's like, "Oh, you're tall. You're the main guy." I'm like, "Huh? You're just gonna be the main guy." I'm like,
Sounds like your job interview.
"Oh yeah, bro." It's like my life's handed on a silver platter. I can't believe I don't know who said that. Anyway,
Myron, you want like $300,000?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, he was like, "You're gonna be the main guy because we need somebody to be the main guy." I'm like, "Oh, well, there you go." And so I had to learn the script really fast, and then I became the main guy, and then that's how I landed my first role.
And then Myron became in theater club one of the, this is how everyone viewed you in theater club. Myron was up there with the top actors.
The game,
and he was up there with everyone looked at him like, God, Myron, he's such. Oh my God! It's because people love Myron by then. It's also because people.
He's capping.
People love Myron.
He's capping.
Oh my God, Myron!
No,
do you know how much clout you need to have that they're talking about you in a different school and you don't even go to that school, Myron?
Oh my God.
You no.
Wait. Myron's always had clout.
It's always.
Myron's always.
Now
I'm
like
trying to talk about his
asshole,
clout legacy
like,
over here, man.
Myron's always goated.
I guess
You guys know he's a lead singer in a band too. Like, come on, bro.
and a guitarist is pretty hot too. Yeah, in that
I don't
band.
know about that, but
You know, Myron has his own
he's good,
podcast.
bro.
You should check it out.
Us as a collective, guys. It's the Shonen Boys, okay?
But you're matching with the table, so
That's true. I tried switching it up because I always wear a black sweater.
Yeah, I try to switch it up too.
Yeah, I tried to switch.
But I remember.
I tried switching it up too. I don't have
So in high school for me, I like I said, me and Myron were friends, but I was caught up in a relationship that I was in, so I never really spent time with him. And this is something I realized
Joshua.
after. I'm sorry. And this is something that's why he picked me up. No, I'm kidding. And then this is what we realized after, towards the end. And I remember he was like, "Bro, come to my show," and I was like, "You want me to pull up to a theater show?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, I don't really want to, but I was like, for my boy, I'm gonna pull up.
For my boy, I'll do it.
And will I say, that shit was lit.
I was gonna be like, and that was the best night of your life.
literally.
And that was the best night of your
Literally,
life.
bro. And I probably saw you. Now that I think about it, maybe we
He was you saw him on stage, but it was dimly lit. So every time
I have a video.
for that specific show, because when he was crew,
Because I don't remember the name of the show.
it was
but
blind.
Myron.
The gang was you were a pirate or some shit.
I don't know what the
I
hell
was a
talking about.
pirate.
Can you bleep real quick?
No, wait.
I mean, it was some. The story was some girl was lost on an island.
Oh,
I know what
Once on
he's
the
talking
Island.
about. I wasn't in that
Once
one.
on the Island.
At that point, I was sick of theater, and I wasn't in that one.
let me
Myron
tell you,
killed
that was lit.
I made fan art of Myron in that one.
No.
What?
I did.
You never showed me.
I showed you, but you just forgot about
Pop
it.
up here.
No. Send it to me again. I'm gonna post it.
I'll see if I can find it. You don't
No. So let me tell you what that one.
That one was pretty cool.
I gave this guy a bunch of
good.
art.
That one
too,
was
but he
cool
just
in
won't put it up.
performance,
Yeah.
but backstage,
Was it bitch?
oh my gosh, it was so people have had little mini problems with people as high school happens, right? It was everybody just did not like each other outside of
At
this
that point,
this
though,
one show. It was crazy.
I feel at that point though, we're not gonna drop, but you were the center.
What do
You
you mean?
understand what I'm saying? I can't say it, but you were the center.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I was
Because
out
at
of
that
everything.
time, wasn't it that big thing that happened?
I mean,
like
yeah,
that
but
was, like, the center of.
I
like,
guess, but like
you know
I
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
really like I guess involved like at that point. I was more of like I was just trying to do my own thing.
Word.
But
Yeah,
I
other
think I know
people
what
would.
you're getting
You
at.
know
But
what I'm
like
saying?
yeah, but no,
Maybe
it
that's
was.
why.
I don't know. I just like I said, bird's eye view, like just seeing how like people interacted, and a lot of it was because this was the most intricate show we have done.
Yeah,
At that point,
fire,
because
bro.
we had an actual choreographer come in and teach us our dances.
Bro,
and,
your
like,
harmonies were like flawless.
and
Like, I
that
was
took
like,
us so
wow.
long, but we slacked in the beginning so hard. So like the last couple of weeks were really us trying to like get our shit together, and that made us really stressed. And like that led to other things and people getting mad at each other for not being in practice.
I remember
and-
my contribution. I remember,
and it was
we
a
had
lot.
to build sets for this.
Oh,
play.
yeah,
we had
bro.
to build sets for this.
I remember
play.
this.
And how
That shit was garbage.
and how rushed were you to make those sets?
We were, oh man, they had
Yeah.
a gun to the back of our heads, man.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were like, oh man, oh
And that,
man.
you know what? And that's mostly on us because it's not like we didn't get to work right away. It's just like we
You were slacking.
At first, we didn't really
Our
see it
biggest
as
thing-
good as we wanted it to be.
Our biggest thing was that, like, how many times we had to break down the set, move it, and then move it
Yeah.
back and forth, and we're like, dude,
That's what I never understood.
this
Why
is
do you have to break
this.
it down?
Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna say that because that would have got canceled.
But why do you have to? Why? That's what I never understood. If you have a prop, it's a prop. Why the fuck you?
No,
have
we
to
were
break it
talking
down?
about big
No, bro.
ass wooden planks
No, bro.
we had to move out.
We
You
had
built, like,
separate.
all of
We
that
had
shit?
built, painted.
Like
Yeah,
the
bro.
trees,
Yeah,
the wall,
yeah.
all that was built.
all that was
Yeah.
built.
I remember the
Yeah.
car. That shit was lit. I think it was a car.
There's a car.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
taxi?
One of the scenes had a taxi. In it.
Yeah, right. That
Yeah.
shit was cool.
But yeah, like if you remember, we had a different. Like we had like a set of sets. So like a scene would
A
take place.
different set for a set.
Yeah, so like
Wow.
a scene would take place in one set, and then by the next scene the set would change.
Wow.
So it's like we had dynamic sets, and also we had really dynamic costume changes because some people played multiple roles. So like
Oh god.
they'd have to like go backstage, and so like some people would have like a scene after, so they'd run behind stage, and as they're running they're like changing, and like it was crazy, bro.
Only the best thing. The why most people did it. I know why most people did theater. It's because for the shows, you did all those shows, you were rewarded. You got a reward for it. You got a
What was
reward for all that.
And you know what my reward was?
High five.
The applause.
A potluck.
Oh, and the potluck, yes. so
Yo, he got gas.
I'm just like when he said applause, I was like,
no, but hold on. For real though, like coming from like a guy like who's been on stage before, that applause is worth it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like when people clap for you,
I
and
know-
like you're doing the roll call, like that's what it's
Okay,
really
no,
all
I know
about.
what Myron
yeah.
means. Because, like, okay, after I did tech for his first show, after I was just crew, I got into my very first play. And, like, that was the time we were doing, like, multiple plays at once. We did, like, that 9 playing thing that was terrible. But mine,
Oh, that 9 play thing was.
mine was one of the
This was
greatest.
pretty fire.
Mine's
I remember the exact one you were in. That
Because
shit
I
was
had
fire.
the best joke, and you're gonna remember it
That
by
shit
what
was-
I did. That knee slapper.
Oh my
That
god, bro!
was
When he
my
hit that shit, bro.
And every time I did that shit, the clap, the applause, the roars,
Shit was fire.
I killed
Shit was
it.
fire. Shit was fire.
I killed that shit. I
Josh,
was-
say something, please.
But yeah, so okay, let me explain the potluck. So basically,
That's all you had to say.
on the day of before the final show, we'd all contribute. Well, most of us would contribute, bring food in,
I didn't bring food in.
and
So you're one of those.
No, but he made sure.
You're one of those.
He didn't bring food, but he brought his stomach.
Oh,
My appetite.
Stuck that shit.
you're a goof. So we'd
You're a
all
goof. You're a criminal. You're a criminal.
Criminal. We're criminal.
You did it.
What? Oh yeah.
we'd all convene in like the theater room, and we'd all enjoy like a last final picnic, last hurrah type thing, and
That
we'd
came
all
out today.
eat. And it was like really good. We'd all share our favorite memories about doing the show, and then we'd perform the show for the last time, and then like a lot of us would go out after, so like it'd be a lot of eating that day. But yeah,
A lot of eating.
Good
that
time,
day.
good time.
One thing I remember, I was never a theater kid.
That's good.
But you were in
but
band, so you're
but I was
equally
in
as
band, and I did play the saxophone. So Mans was Mans
I
was
guess
lit.
no.
But basically,
that
my-
sexy, scandalous saxophone.
Like nothing really, but nothing compares. Like okay, so realistically, I've been in like a couple tourneys. I've played tourneys as in like tournaments for like jazz ensembles. I've done solos there. Like the applause is lit, but
Are you okay?
but he hit his knee. That hurt really bad. It's okay.
My
But,
leg.
My leg. Are you good over there, Alan?
Yeah.
We're boring him. I'm gonna spice it up. Ready? So we're at the
Curse more.
All right. So we basically.
Please.
I already hear the podcast.
So I've performed like at a couple of shits, right? But one thing that we did as a collective, me and Myron, I don't even know if y'all know. So sophomore year, we were at our lunch table, right? And we're just like,
oh yes.
hey, oh my guy, you know, be lit. Fuck a podcast. Let's make a band. I was like, that sounds pretty cool. And like mind you, this is like Josh, who like is a band nerd, like literally only plays the saxophone and knows like the jazz scale and doesn't know anything about music relatively. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, haha, that's pretty cool. Flash forward senior year, I like know a little bit of guitar, and he was like, dude, I signed us up for like the talent show. Like we're gonna do it. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, because like we talked about it for like years ago.
Man
bro.
said
And
he
I
gave me
was
that
like-
verbal consent.
I was like,
That's all I
what?
needed.
And mind you, like at this point, like it was kind of like that episode of iCarly where Freddie and Gibby make up that fake band, the Floors.
Oh yeah.
And then they made like t-shirts, and then they were like, "Oh, so you're gonna play, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, we gotta
It's like
do
that
it."
episode of freaking
Regular show?
where they Mordecai and the Rigby's.
Bro, it was like, what the fuck? Basically, flash forward, like we came up with like a set list. We were in a band. We just like covered a bunch of shit, and it was like pretty cool. We got our boy Emil on. Shout out Emil.
Shout out, Mel.
And we used to practice, and it was really cool because we actually had a band at the school that was teachers, right? So like for our senior year, we wanted to play, and then at the end we played with them,
Yeah.
and it was like super sick. But
And
like,
practicing was like we had to finagle our way.
Yeah.
So two of our band members at the time, shout out Emil and Albert, they had to basically come from like they had
Their
to
high school
their
to
high
our
school to
school.
our high school after school,
Yep.
and they had like special permission
Yep.
to come into
and I
our
had to
math
go.
room.
I had to go file for that.
Yeah, and like,
Wow.
and then they came into our math room, and Emil brought his electric drum kit.
No, he didn't bring it. Our teacher, who
Oh,
was a drummer.
Oh yeah, you're
I
right.
don't
You're
know if he
right.
would.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a drummer, and he had.
He had an electric
brought
kit,
his
and he
guitar.
brought it. And then Albert brought his bass. Poor Albert.
Yeah.
He had to carry that thing on the bus until back. Shout out to Albert, man.
Shout out
Love you.
Albert, bro. Dying.
But yeah, he came, and like we would all practice in the math room,
Yeah.
like after school, and we got our set list together, and then we played
We killed that shit. And I remember like people like once word like got around, it was like people used to like be after school because after school would be for like tutoring, and people would like go to the bathroom and would walk by the math room and see us playing, and they actually liked it, and I was like, ah shit, this is lit. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So like at the thing, like we did a bunch of shit. You got promposed to at that show.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Oh,
Yeah, I
bro.
remember. I
So here's the thing.
remember.
So I was in a relationship in high school, and what?
Nothing.
I was in a relationship. As soon as I said I'm in a relationship in high school, I was like,
No.
Did I say something?
No. You're good. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I planned to do a promposal before we played. I think.
Yeah.
Was it before?
Yeah.
It was before we played.
No. It was.
In the intro.
It was. Yeah. It was in the. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
It was
you're
in
right.
the
Yeah,
intro?
yeah.
I don't really remember, but I proposed. So, are you okay?
What?
What are you doing?
Are you good,
You
bro?
good, bro?
Wait, what's happening? Oh no, I'm good. No,
What's happening?
No, it's just
It's
that
a dark
fell.
time for me too. It's okay.
No,
Relax.
it's just that fell, and then I was looking at the back of that. But keep going,
Okay.
and also no. One big
Probably
thing.
like 10 more minutes.
One little one quick. Stop touching me. one quick little snippet.
Uh-huh.
Myron, I can't wait, and I'm gonna love this when the audio for this entire podcast is gonna be, and then. But it's just like,
Shit.
that's most
That's
of our
all
audio.
audio.
And then audio spikes.
I think
Okay,
we'll
so
we'll
bad.
cap it at this talent show
This
story,
story.
and then
I don't even know how long we're at.
we're like an hour and 20.
Basically, it was like before. It was before or during the set. I proposed, and then I don't even remember when. But the person who proposed to you, like, came up to me and she was like, "Dude, like, I want to do what you did." I was like, "Sure, like, we could do it at the same time." She was like, "No, I'm gonna do it like after." So we perform, and mind you, like, the talent shows were like cool, right? But like, it was kind of like dead a little bit. I don't want to shoot shots. Like, everybody who performed, like, they did great and all. but it was kind of like mellow. And then when we came on, it got so lit, like people even like stormed the stage, and like there was people like running around, and like everybody was like recording, like I was on my knees and like playing and shit.
That was the greatest high of my life, bro.
Bro, performing is so good.
Yeah.
And then after that, we played with their band and had a bigger high because everyone's like, "Oh my god, I didn't know you played instruments," blah blah. Blah. And then after that, he gets proposed to on stage.
And here's how it goes, man. Like we do the last song, everything's fine. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, wow, that was such a good show. I'm just ready to go and relax.
And I was like, hold on.
Hey, Myron, we got something else. I'm like, oh my god, did I forget a song? oh my god, Josh, you're gonna have to remind me what we're doing here. And then I see her coming up the stage with the sign. I'm like, oh shit.
Yo, and we were like, yo, and everybody was going lit.
I felt so bad for her because like I was so awkward. I gave her like the most awkward hug. And it was like the worst thing.
It was like this. It was like.
It was like a oh shit. Like that. It was. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. You deserve better. But
he's no better than you, Myron. Come on.
There's better hugs. There's better hugs.
But yeah, that was like probably, and that was like our senior year, so that was like the high. Like that was my high.
The only thing is that I wish it happened later in the year because it happened like in March. Yeah. And we had like April, May, and June, which were like jam packed of like studying for, you know, well, people actually care.
I didn't study.
Yeah, fact. But you know what I mean? Like,
my AP bio consisted of a coloring packet.
It's a great enough to lead up.
Yeah, if that was like the apex of our high school years, like that
I would have graduated that week. Like if we had the talent show and then graduated like a couple days later.
That's it.
That would have been sick.
High school capped off.
But yeah, I think our high school experience was pretty like. We all varied, but it was stressful, but I think we all need it.
Moral of the story, it's not the experiences that make you, it's how you deal with them and like what you learn from them.
Agreed,
so,
man.
You know, high school is not going to be great for everybody. In fact, it's going to suck for a lot of people.
Look at the camera.
But like the high ground, like the moral of the story is just be you. Yeah, which is really cheesy, I'm sorry, but just be you.
That's the only thing you can
and just handle it like a real G.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to get through it. Day after day, and then one day it's behind you. You know, you just gotta get through it all.
Never in a million years, and that's what I was getting to. So like, remember I told you I had like a 1.9 GPA. So like, I didn't really care about my GPA. I just wanted to pass. And when I was applying to colleges, my mom wanted to like check my shit. Bro, I graduated with a 3.9. I was like, what the?
You had a better GPA than I did, dude.
Yo, and I didn't like at the end of it because it's like once you work, because like after that point I was pretty dedicated. And again, this is not me patting my back or anything. Like I fucked up like pretty bad. In like high school, there was a lot of mishaps. But if you end out on top, that's what matters, bro. You know. So just keep that grind. Cancel anything you want to say?
To end off with high school, yeah, Myron does have a great point, and you should most likely just be yourself throughout high school. Mm-hmm. There are some amazing experiences, some great experiences, and then there are terrible experiences with high school. Everyone varies because everyone's very different and unique in there.
But it's all worth it.
But it's... And no, I gotta say, no, it's not worth it.
Then to some people it might not be, and that's okay. You know what I mean?
No, I gotta agree with Ali right here. If you are one of those few folk that didn't have like the greatest high school time, then it's behind you. You're not going back there anytime soon, and you don't have to look at it. If high school is a bad experience for you, you got through it. It's over. It's not going to define your life from this. Whatever you do, the next day you get up. That's what will define you. That's what you choose to like seek out in your life. That's what you're going to be. If you want to let high school be what you are, by all means, you can.
Yeah.
But
you can be bigger than.
But you can be bigger than what you are because you're still living. You didn't like stop at high school. You're still going.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find yourself liking high school and the experiences you had, well, I mean, that's just great memories you can just go back on.
Yeah, man. And shameless plug real quick, from that band, we made Objective Joyride.
Oh, yeah.
And
our
EP's coming out this year, so you guys should stay tuned. Instagram link in bio.
That was a really bad transition. We're
here
talking about like sentimental shit, and you're just like...
transition, bro.
And then a shameless plug.
Moral of the story...
Buy my merch. More.
Basically. You want anything to say, Ali? All right. Well, before we go, I just wanted...
We're not sponsored by G4. I just wanted to make a joke.